The moment Caroline Levitt walked uninvited onto the View's stage, she didn't just challenge Joy Behar, she rewrote the rules of political confrontation forever. It started with an accusation that would ignite a media war. The morning studio lights gleamed off the polished floor as Joy Behar leaned into the camera, her crimson blazer sharp against the set's pastel backdrop. "Let's talk about Trump's little mouthpiece," she sneered, voice dripping with venom. "This girl isn't just unqualified, she's dangerous. I've heard she leaked classified information to right-wing media, and yet no one's investigating." Gasps rippled through the audience. Producers exchanged worried glances, but Joy charged forward, fueled by her echo chamber. "She's not just a threat to journalism, she's a threat to democracy itself." Within seconds of the segment ending, Caroline Levitt leaked classified info exploded across social media, igniting outrage on both sides. Inside her White House office, Caroline stared at her phone, jaw clenched, eyes steely. She replayed Joy's accusation in her mind. "She wants a war," Caroline whispered to herself. "Let's give her one." Without hesitation, she called her communications aide. "Book me on The View today. I'm going in." At the Manhattan studio, word of her unexpected arrival spread like wildfire. Security tightened. Paparazzi swarmed. Newsrooms buzzed with anticipation. Caroline Levitt, uninvited and unannounced, was headed for the live stage. Joy paced backstage, oblivious to the storm approaching. 5 doors down, Caroline's black SUV rolled to a stop. She stepped out in a tailored navy suit, her silver cross necklace glinting in the afternoon sun. Her heels clicked confidently as she strode through the silent hallways. Moments later, without knocking, she opened the stage door. Producers tried to intervene, but Caroline's voice cut through their protests. "You invited this storm. Now watch me clean it up." The door swung wide and the set froze. Joy's sentence died in her throat. The audience, accustomed to witty political jabs, stared in stunned silence as Caroline walked center stage, unwavering. No guest chair, no teleprompter, just her. "If you're going to accuse a public servant of leaking classified information on national television," Caroline began, her voice calm yet piercing, "Miss Behar, at least have the courage to do it while I'm in the room." Murmurs rippled through the crowd like electricity. "You don't have facts," Caroline continued, raising her phone toward the camera. "You have a political agenda and a microphone. What I have is the full transcript of the last 12 internal security briefings I've attended. Logged, cleared, fully compliant. Shall we stop playing games with the truth?" Joy's hands trembled, but her defiance kicked in. "This is my show," she snapped. Caroline stepped closer. "Then run it like a place for discussion, not defamation." Applause and whispers swept through the audience like a wave. Whoopi Goldberg leaned forward, attempting to diffuse the tension. "Caroline, you're not on the guest list. This is highly irregular." Caroline faced her respectfully. "Perhaps your team should consider the consequences of declaring war without expecting resistance." Behind the scenes, producers scrambled. The White House press office spun events in Caroline's favor. Even Trump texted, "Let her cook." Joy retorted, "You Republicans love playing victim." Caroline let out a measured breath. "I'm not a victim, Miss Behar. I'm a witness, and America just witnessed you cross a line." Cameras zoomed in real time. Headlines formed instantly. "Caroline confronts the View live. Press secretary flips the script." Caroline's final words came as she turned to leave. "If this country is to survive the next decade, it needs more truth and fewer talk shows twisting it." Then she smiled, stepped off the stage, and vanished backstage. The audience sat in stunned silence. Within minutes, clips flooded social media under hashtag Caroline Walks In. Conservative commentators hailed her courage. Even moderates admitted the spectacle was unmatched television. Backstage, The View's hosts huddled, faces tense. Whoopi murmured to Joy, "You went too far this time." Joy, visibly shaken, scrolled through brutal online reactions, flooding her mentions. Outside, surrounded by reporters, Caroline defended her unscheduled appearance with characteristic composure. "I walked in because this wasn't just an opinion. It was a deliberate televised attack. The American people deserve facts, not fiction packaged as daytime entertainment. When asked if she'd cleared it with the White House, she smirked. I don't need permission to defend the truth. That afternoon, conservative media replayed her walk-in nonstop. Fox News dissected every line in slow motion. Even moderate outlets noted its raw authenticity. Caroline was no longer just a press secretary. She had become the face of fearless truth-telling. Her social media post went live that evening. No teleprompters, no filters, just truth. It surged past 10 million views in 8 hours. The next day, The View issued a vague statement of regret. Caroline answered with a single tweet, "Cowardice" in cursive. It went viral instantly. Her team plotted the next move, a White House press conference on media misinformation. That evening, Caroline stood at the South Lawn podium against a backdrop of soft navy lights. When the media lies about you on national television, you have two choices, she declared. Stay silent or speak up. I chose to speak up, and I will do it again. The hush across the nation was deafening, but Joy wasn't finished. A new clip began trending. Joy Behar doubles down. She mocked Caroline's original confrontation, but social media split in two. To Caroline, was right trended as voices on both sides defended her audacity. In the West Wing, Caroline grinned. Let them dig in deeper, she told her staff. The hole gets bigger every time. Fox News invited her back that evening. Host Tucker Lawson greeted her with obvious admiration. You walked into the lion's den and took control. What's next? Caroline leaned forward. This isn't about winning a media feud. It's about exposing a system that allows lie after lie without accountability. And if you push back, you're labeled dangerous. His next question cut straight to the heart. Are they afraid of you? She answered simply. I think they're afraid of the truth. That answer became a rallying cry across news networks and talk radio. Analysts proclaimed it the shift, a moment when a young woman refused to take a punch without delivering a counterpunch of her own. ABC's lawyers urged an apology. Joy dug in deeper. Meanwhile, ratings analysts noted a 20% spike during Caroline's segments. 2 days later, ABC invited her back, this time with advance notice. Caroline arrived prepared. Printed transcripts of Joy's accusations, policy papers she'd authored, and sourced statistics proving her original statements. When the host asked if she regretted the confrontation, Caroline held up her documents. My only regret would be letting a lie go unanswered. The audience stirred with anticipation. Joy tried to dismiss it as rehearsed theater. Caroline shot back instantly. Rehearsed or prepared? Silence. As the moderator attempted to pivot to policy, Joy snarled, You represent a party that silences women like me. Caroline leaned in, her voice steady as steel. No one silences you, Joy. You've had this stage for decades. What happens when someone younger speaks truth? Suddenly, it's called divisive. Heads turned. The camera lingered on Caroline's calm conviction. When the show cut to commercial, producers whispered among themselves, This is going viral again. Backstage, Joy stormed off, her face pale with rage. Caroline, ever composed, scrolled through social reactions already climbing into the millions. In the days that followed, Caroline's office overflowed with letters from supporters and even grudging respect from some Democrats. Trump's team drafted a primetime televised address, The Role of Media in Dividing America. Against a blue-lit backdrop, Caroline spoke without notes, her voice carrying across a hushed nation. My parents taught me never to let lies define you. America taught me to speak freely. The press taught me that if you don't speak first, they'll speak for you. The camera panned out slowly, her silver cross catching the studio lights like a beacon. Caroline Levit had transcended her role as press secretary. She had become a symbol of courage, conviction, and unwavering commitment to truth in an age when truth itself had become a battlefield. And in that moment, watching from living rooms across America, millions realized they had witnessed something rare in modern politics. Someone who refused to back down when the lights got bright and the stakes got real.